Since it's Asian American Pacific Islander Heritage Month, well, this month is about to end at the time of recording this video, but you know what? Who cares? Still gonna show some love and representation to my fellow Asian Americans and Pacific Islanders. So here are some Pokemon that I would consider to be Filipino. And I feel like I can vouch for these Pokemon because, well, I'm Filipino. To start off, this is probably one of the easiest picks, and that is Team Star's Revavroom. Revavroom is literally a jeepney, with jeepneys being a thing that was used in the war back in the day, but now they're primarily used as public transportation. So when you're battling the bosses of Team Star and they use their Revavroom looks exactly like a jeepney. So that's why I consider Team Star's Revavroom to be Filipino. The next Pokemon that I would consider to be Filipino is Hitmonchan, mainly for the fact that since Hitmonchan is a boxing Pokemon and boxing is incredibly huge in the Philippines, it just makes perfect sense. And I can pretty much see Hitmonchan being like Manny Pacquiao but in a Pokemon form. You know, he has fast hands and everything, so I don't know, it just kind of fits extremely well. So well, in fact, that I would consider calling Hitmonchan our Tito Manny. The next Pokemon that I would consider to be Filipino is a really strong Pokemon, and that is Conkeldurr. Those pillars that Conkeldurr carries, those aren't just for show. I can see Conkeldurr using those instead of bamboo poles when he's doing the Philippines traditional dance, Tinikling. And if you know what Tinikling is, you better pray that you don't have to dance with Conkeldurr, because if you do and you mess up, you're gonna have to say goodbye to those ankles. But you know who wouldn't mess up when doing Tinikling? Blaziken. I consider Blaziken to be Filipino. So with Blaziken mainly using his legs to fight, just like Sanji from One Piece, you know for a fact Blaziken has some extremely powerful legs. Just like a lot of Filipinos that you might know. Just like your boy right here. These calves are not just for show. So with Blaziken having some of the strongest and fastest legs out there, I can see him being one of the best Tinikling performers out there. But if by some off chance Blaziken does end up messing up the Tinikling, you could expect its ankles to be broken by the pillars that Conkeldurr carries, in your next bowl of chicken adobo, or in your next bucket of fried chicken from Jollibee. Since we're on the topic of dancing, the next Pokemon that I would consider to be Filipino is Blastoise, specifically Tierno's Blastoise. Not only off the battlefield, but especially on the battlefield, since Tierno has his Blastoise incorporate breakdancing moves during their battles. So with Tierno's Blastoise being extremely cold with its dance moves, I think it has a spot not only on this list, but definitely has a spot with the Jabberwockies. The last Pokemon that I would consider to be Filipino is Chansey, mainly for the fact that since Chansey's a nurse and over 900% of nurses are Filipinos. Oh, I'm just kidding about that, maybe just a little. But if we want to dig a little bit deeper than that, maybe Chansey would be more of a CNA, so a certified nursing assistant, and Blissey would be an RA, a registered nurse. And you're probably wondering, well, what about Happiny? Well, I would kind of consider Happiny being more of like a medical student getting into nursing, and it's still innocent that it doesn't realize just how tough being a nurse is and everything, or just how tough it is to being in the medical field entirely. So it still has that little hope in its eyes that it's, you know, that it's thinking that, oh, this is gonna be great, I'm gonna be a nurse, I'm gonna be helping so many people out, and it's gonna be so fun, it's gonna be so easy, this and that. It still has that innocent look in its eyes, and it doesn't realize just yet on how tough it is to be a nurse and how tough it is just to work in the medical field entirely. So yeah, I would consider the entire Blissey line to be Filipino since they mainly work in healthcare. So those are just a few Pokemon that I would consider to be Filipino. So comment down below, what Pokemon would you consider to be Filipino? Or comment what Pokemon would you consider to be Asian American or Pacific Islander? But I pretty much got nothing else to say, so I'm gonna end the video here. Thank you all for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel for my other discussion videos, also for my reaction videos. So if you're into any of those, definitely subscribe to the channel, like the video, comment, you know the whole thing. Also again, happy Asian American Pacific Islander Heritage Month. So with all that being said, again, thank you all for watching. Until next time, see ya.